Alright, so now in this next video, we're gonna start building the functionality to make these projectiles that we created spawn from the rifle of the drone. So let's just start by deleting this mesh that we had here. Like we're not gonna need it because we wanna actually make it spawn, not have it there from the start. So in order to do this functionality, we are gonna need a blueprint for that projectile. So similar to how we did for the drone, we're gonna go to the folder of the blueprints, and here we're gonna do a blueprint class for an actor, call it BP projectile. Okay, so we're gonna go on that one. And here, let's just go ahead and set up how this blueprint is gonna look like. So we're gonna go ahead and add a static mesh here, and we're gonna, I guess we can call this like projectile mesh. And this, we are gonna go ahead and choose the projectile static mesh. So we're gonna look for it here. I think we call it project SM projectile. And then as you can see, that's what you should get after adding the mesh. And let's have this as the root, so drag and drop here to where the default scene root is. Now our mesh is our root and is looking how we want it, right? So the blueprint is going correctly, but now we have to make it so that it spawns from the drone's rifle, right? So how to do that? We're not gonna need to be on this blueprint anymore. We're actually gonna go to the blueprint of the drone because that's where the rifles are at. And here we're gonna specify the spawning location. Okay, so we're gonna go upwards here. So where we did our delay node. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna move this so that instead of doing the 2-second wait here at the beginning, we're actually gonna do it later. So connect this in here and actually do the delay here after the set. Okay, so here we can wait the 2 seconds. But now, after we are at this point, we want to make it so that we specify the location of the of the rifle, then make it spawn from there, right? So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna look for a node called spawn actor from class. So this basically spawns an actor, and which one specifically, you can specify the class of the actor you're spawning. So here we can basically choose the blueprint that we need. So here we're gonna make the BP projectile spawn after the 2-second delay. Okay, so once you do that, if you try to compile, you're gonna get an error because this node for spawning the projectile needs a spawn location, this spawn transform. It doesn't have it because right now we're just saying, okay, create me the projectile after the 2-second delay on the drone, but we're not saying exactly like from which location sh should this projectile be spawning from, like from which coordinate in particular. That's what this error is trying to say. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna right click here and look for a node called get socket transform. I think it should be this one, the one that highlights the SM drone. And then once you do that, it will create this couple of nodes for you. Basically, what this is doing is that from the static mesh drone, it is getting the socket of that mesh, but we do have to specify like what soccer in particular. So let's just start first with the rifle L, and that will be the spawning point of our spawn actor node. Okay, so connect this in this way, compile and save. Now there should be no errors. And now when we run our game after the 2-second wait, the projectile should spawn on that left rifle. So let's test it out. And there we go. As you can see, after the 2-second wait, it spawned exactly where the rifle L was at in that moment in time. But right now the projectile is just spawning. It's not doing much. But don't worry, we will add the movement of the projectile in later videos.